here's my hot take. This is where I'm gonna fucking start it because this is one thing I truly think, and as much as it pains me to say this, because Tannehill, when we benched Mariota, led us to an AFC championship. And one thing I truly think, what Tannehill said in an interview, he was like, if the money's right, the O-line's right, the receiving group is right, and the running back room is right, I will gladly take the job.
So if he finds a perfect fucking team.
If he finds the perfect team, he will take the job. There is one team I can realistically see him going to, and that is the Washington Commanders.
Honestly, I don't think it's a hot take, dude. I think him in a room with Jayden Daniels as a backup, I think
Yeah.
he gives Daniels the direction he needs to go in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady situation. Drew
Yeah.
Bledsoe, Tony Romo situation where he can come in, provide what he needs to. If he has to step in, he can step in.
Yeah.
And also, he already has a history with the offensive coordinator for the Commanders,
Yep.
so it makes a lot of sense. The fact that Tannehill is sitting at home right now bugs the fuck out of me.
That I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
why he is.
No, I mean he's damn near us at the. I'd say minimum. He can start on any bad team in the league,
I
but if
wouldn't
he,
say that. I'd say that it has the football mind to at least be a backup somewhere.
well, no, I'm saying like I think he could be a backup on like a high level contender team. But I could think of like a handful of like weaker teams that he could legitimately start for.
The Cowboys.
Exactly. Come on, stop playing.
Yo, Tannehill to the
Cowboys.
Cowboys, a little full circle moment.
Full circle.
He played A&M.
Yeah, he's not from Texas.
It's still close enough. Actually, he is from Texas.
Where's he from?
I want to say Lubbock.
Oh no, I don't want him anywhere near my team. Um,
Yeah, he was born in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah,
oh
I'm gonna
no,
have to
I'm
agree
out
on that
then.
one. Yeah, I'm
I'm
good on that.
so far out on that. Lubbock is what's left over the Dust Bowl. I don't want anyone who's from there to be associated with my team.
Absolutely, I agree.
Even when your team is as ass as they are this year.
Yes.
Yes,
Give me like 6 more years of Dak Prescott over any quarterback
and,
from Lubbock.
and then I will let any quarterback from Lubbock come in and do what they want to do.
At this
High
point,
school, college.
I'd rather see Brett Favre shaking on the field trying to throw a football.
Give me CTE riddled Troy Aikman over Dak Prescott.
Can we
Facts.
also talk about why Troy Aikman constantly looks blasted during Monday Night Football?
He has to be high as fuck.
Oh my god.
There was a good 35 minutes during that game, like most of the second half, where he didn't talk.
Yeah.
You
I was
just
like,
glazed
He
over, dog.
didn't talk.
I was like, this man just smoked a pound and then got in the booth.
The fact that Joe Buck is leading that room is wild to me because Joe Buck's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
but
mean,
fuck it. They're dragging the corpse of Troy Aikman around, and
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Zach, what's your next hot take?
Will, I'll go ahead and let you take this one since we're already on the topic of the Commanders.
so we're already on topic. Okay, guys. I know me and UKG, we've talked about this a little bit off pod, but I'm gonna stand on business on this one.
Oh,
I think if Jayden Daniels and the Commanders can, at the very least, make it to the NFC Championship game, greatest rookie QB season we've ever seen.
Cam Newton.
Nah, I would still say better than Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Because listen, here's my thing.
Cam Newton set the rookie rushing record as a quarterback, as a rookie.
Yes, and
No, you
what
can't.
what did his team
No.
do that year?
Made it 2 rounds deep in the playoffs.
So what I'm hearing is if Jayden
Look,
Daniels
no.
no, let me
No,
finish.
I'm not.
Let me finish.
Okay,
Because
go ahead and continue. Go ahead.
the only true other option or the other opinion that I really will genuinely accept is if you say Ben Roethlisberger.
That's what I was going to say.
Look,
But
Big Ben, Cam Newton, Vince Young
here's-
had a phenomenal rookie season. RG3's rookie season was fantastic.
but
I could probably list you 4 or 5 more to be honest with you, but I
But
cannot
here's-
put Jayden Daniels into the top rookie quarterbacks ever conversation. I can't do it.
No, you absolutely can, especially
I
if
can't.
if they can make it through a deep playoff run this year. Even if you don't agree with me that
I think that's
he'll
more
have the
coaching than it is
best.
Jayden Daniels.
I mean, was there a big coaching change in Washington? Because I
They
might have
have
missed
a
that.
Ron
Because
Rivera is a legendary fucking coach.
were they not the second worst team in football last year?
Ron Rivera took over the Panthers, drafted Cam Newton, did the same thing. I don't
Hey,
understand. The
I'm just
stats are
saying.
there for Ron Rivera. They're not there for Jayden Daniels.
All I'm saying is they don't draft Jayden Daniels. They don't have the season they're having.
And winning the NFC East is like being the smartest horse. Like it's cool, but you're still a fucking horse.
No, I'm saying they make it to the NFC Championship.
Dude, I can see the argument. I can't.
Because
Me personally, I can't make that argument.
I will even concede maybe not number one, but he has to be in the conversation.
Okay, I'll give you in the conversation.
Like in the conversation for top 5.
Yes.
Arguably,
Yeah,
I'll take Jayden Daniels
Oh,
over
yeah, you're good.
RG3's rookie season.
thank
what?
you.
I'll take Jayden Daniels over RG3's rookie season.
How?
Jayden Daniels can actually pass the fucking football.
Are we forgetting RG3 took the Redskins from abysmal to a playoff contender?
So did Jayden Daniels.
They were a playoff contender under Taylor Heineke.
They weren't last year.
Under Taylor Heineke, they were. Oh, you're good. Yeah, I was just
Heineke was.
sorry. I'm currently at the bar.
Yeah, but say I think our hot take conversation might be scaring the hose.
Oh no, there's no hose out here. Don't worry about it.
I can see the argument being made. That's kind of where I lay. I could see a top 5. One.
I'm just talking about personal conviction here. I can't make that argument.
I'm just saying I would argue for it.
Okay.
With that
That's
being
valid.
said, Kai, you had a hot take.
Oh, Kirko Chains for MVP, baby. You can't tell me this man has not popped into Atlanta, made himself known, took the city by storm, took the NFC South by storm, took the NFC by storm, and completely turned this franchise around in a season.
I'm not gonna hold you. I can fucking see it. Like, that's not crazy.
Also, Dak, my second hot take, since that one's obvious, Dak is washed. Dak's done. We need to draft. We need to do something here.
Yeah, see, here's my problem with Dak Prescott. It's not that. So I can agree with you. He's probably fucking done. He's cooked.
He's done. He's done. He's not.
Like he's deep enough in his career to where he's proven to us that he cannot lead a team past the regular season on his best day. But I think the problem that the Cowboys are going to face is how the fuck are they going to offload that contract?
Sell the team.
That's literally it. Like they would have to sell the
quote
team
my
and
good
waive
friend
the
Zach
contract.
about how the Titans fix things. Sell the team.
Sell the franchise.
But even if you sold the franchise, like that money's still tied up for what, 5 more seasons after this?
And honestly, I say we pay him out and cut our losses. Give instead of Bobby Bonilla Day, we have Dak Prescott Day. Pay him what he's owed over time, and
yeah, no, I mean, I think you definitely could attempt to restructure that contract, but
there's no restructuring. There's too much guaranteed money to restructure.
I mean, no, you could theoretically restructure it into a longer term.
Why would we want that? Why would we want a longer term?
Well, because if we're able to stretch that money out, though, the cap hit is significantly less.
Yeah, that's cool. But then what do we do about our quarterback situation?
Well, that gives us...
Because at this point, it's our quarterback. Last year, we had a phenomenal running back room. We had a great receiving core. Our defense was top tier, and Dak threw it away.
But what I'm saying is, though,
and the year before was the same thing. Year before was the same thing.
I'm just saying, if we can restructure that contract, we have the cap room to make necessary upgrades to different positional groups.
Anyway, Kirk for MVP.
Yeah, Kirk for MVP, absolutely.
Kirk for
MVP, 100%.
Definitely. And if he is an MVP, he's at least top 3 in voting.
Has to be. I don't think you can not vote him.
Who would be your top 3? Top 5. Let's go top 5.
Top 5 is oof.
MVP, all players.
Are we going in order or just 5 people who I think?
I would just say, I would just say 5
contenders.
Okay, honestly, Baker.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kirko.
Okay.
Darnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Lamar has to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, Lamar. And after Lamar is where it kind of gets like weird for me. Josh Allen. No,
Yeah.
Josh Allen's also the clear cut favorite for me.
Mine is gonna trip y'all up so bad.
Go ahead. What's yours?
Tony
Josh
Pollard.
No, yeah, right.
Rico Dowdle.
Yeah. Drake May. No.
Will Levis.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Derrick Henry.
I can see that.
Just because of his performance for this entire season, he's kind of been helping the Ravens, considering
I
the
can see that.
Ravens running back room last year wasn't spectacular. Baker.
Okay.
Right. Sam Darnold. Those two kind of make sense.
Yeah.
And then either David Montgomery or Jared Goff.
I can see both of those. Yeah.
If you put a gun to my head for one, I'd probably go Jared Goff.
I'd go David Montgomery.
Dude, I don't know what it is about the Lions, man. They're keep in mind I'm biased because I am a Lions fan, but like there's just something about them to where they are gonna have so many fucking awards at the end of the season, including in my mind a chip.
Yeah.
Will, who you got for 5 MVPs?
I think Lamar is definitely in there for me. Like I literally made a list before we got in here, but now I'm kind of rethinking it. I would say Lamar for sure.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's in there.
Okay.
I like Jayden Daniels.
For MVP?
I'm saying like back half, like I could see him top 5 voting. Give me Kirko in there.
Yeah.
And then just for shits and giggles, give me fucking Derrick Henry. I don't know. Past 4, I was kind of like, there's too many. There's too much for me to think about.
I just think Derrick Henry, with his performance he's been having in Baltimore, I mean, he scored in every game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Derrick Henry, he's done this most of his career. He's been the staple of a lot of offenses. I think now that he's in Baltimore, he doesn't have to be the main weapon anymore. So he gets some freedom there to run and kind of just not be solely focused on.
Yeah.
And he kind of gets to be a part of an offense and not the entire offense.
Yeah. Thank God. Because now,
honestly, kind of wasting a lot of those prime years in Tennessee is all I'm saying.
I wouldn't say he wasted his prime years in Tennessee. I think Tennessee had a phenomenal chance there in the middle of it to kind of win a chip or two. But I do think that Derrick Henry has now kind of found a groove in a room with Lamar Jackson, Odell. You have a great defense on the other side where you don't have to worry about having to be the star player. You can just go out there and do your thing.
Yeah. Well, Odell's on the Dolphins now.
That's right. I fucked up there.
You're good.
I can't pass a breathalyzer.
What's it? That's fucking crazy.
Can't pass a breathalyzer right now.
With that, I think let's go wrap up the NFL and our hot takes. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to the NBA and the WNBA. The standings.
Spoiler warning.
Kyle's phone's about to die. Love you both.
All right, my boy.
Might get some back in here in a minute. Also, some big hot takes. I think Dom needs to win the World Heavyweight Championship in WWE. I think the Mavs are winning the finals this year. I think the Stars are winning the NHL.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the WNBA still sucks. All right, bye. Have a good night. Love y'all.
No, you too,
That's
bud.
A crazy way to get out of
yeah, for real.
I'm just going to say. But with that being said.
KG anti-women. That's all I heard. KG don't like women. That's crazy work.
That's crazy work. The standings. Have you taken a look
at the NBA standings?
Yeah.
I mean, at this stage of the season, not really. I haven't been paying too much. I've been watching more individual games and really paying attention to the standings at this point.
That's 100% fair. With that, here's where things are getting kind of crazy, right?
Okay.
Because you have a small handful of teams that are hovering right around that 500 mark. And then and then every other team, it's like 1-6, 1-7. The Jazz right now are currently 0-6.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, the Jazz are. I'll be real with you. They're better than the worst team, and I don't think they should be.
Oh, 100%.
Like they're not the worst team in the league,
No.
but god damn it, they're making their case.
Yeah, because I mean they're 0-6, but then you have other teams on the other end of the spectrum, right? Like the Cavs are currently 7-0.
Where the fuck did I?
Actually, the Cavs are currently 9-0.
9-0. Okay, yeah. So when I did my notes, they were 7-0.
You know, they won 2 games since.
The Thunder.
You know, Thunder still 7-0. The Warriors massively overperforming at 7-1.
Yeah. Like the standings have been making 0 sense.
Well, I think what it is I mean, we're still, like I said, we're still earlier in the season. I think a lot of teams still need time to really find their groove and mesh well. Just because, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't personally think the Rockets are going to be able to hold being fourth in the West. like the fact that, like, I mean, the Nuggets, their shit's kind of on fire right now. But I mean, like, the Mavs are going to surge. They've kind of came out to a slow start. I mean, same for the Lakers. I'm expecting them to do fairly big things. I think JJ Redick has been probably the best offensive-minded coach that LA's had in years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to see, like, even the Grizzlies, for instance, they're currently sitting at 10th. Yeah, I don't think they're going to they're not going to end the season at 10th. But, I mean,
I think the Grizzlies are going to end the season at, like, 4th.
And then, I mean, knock on wood, because I know John Morant took a kind of a hefty bump, but hopefully he's not injured.
I was gonna say, yeah,
because I'm not going to hold you if Jaw's injured. I mean, I'm not going to say the Grizzlies are cooked, but they went from a playoff contender to a play-in contender instantly.
I was gonna say it is going to be a long season.
Although I will say this though, Zach Edey has been killing it.
He's been killing the game. I'm very glad the Grizzlies drafted him because I think he's provided his value. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and the best part about him, basically him being the starting center, it kind of allows Triple J to really take on his like natural position, being their 4.
Yeah.
Because as much as I like Triple J as a player, and I think he's a serviceable like center. Yeah. But he's much better at the 4 spot. He's much better being that help defender that can kind of roam the floor and like basically similar role to like Giannis. Yeah. Essentially just to be the help defender to catch a guy on the cut or be the swing man if you need someone to close on the perimeter. He has the speed and he has a length.
That is actually a very wild comparison, but it makes a lot of fucking sense.
Well, I'm not comparing them as I'm not comparing them as players necessarily, but I'm comparing their roles in a defense.
Yeah.
They do similar things in a defense.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real with you. Triple J is not half the offensive player that Giannis is.
Not even close.
But he is definitely there.
But defensively,
they're on the level defensively.
Mirror each other.
Yeah, they're on the level defensively.
Imagine Giannis goes to the Grizzlies.
Nah, what I want to see, and I don't know if this is cope just because I be on Twitter too much. Giannis to the Mavs next year? Come on.
Yo, low key though.
I'm just saying, imagine the lineup. Fucking Kyrie at the 1, Luke at the 2, Clay at the 3, Giannis at the 4, and I don't know, fucking Daniel Gafford at the 5. That is a ring, buddy.
That is multiple rings.
Yeah,
if everyone stays healthy.
Well, nah, because they can find a good replacement for Clay, because I mean Clay's kind of at the end of his career, and Kyrie's starting to get a little old too. But
I mean, 100%, but so at the same time,
that's true. All I'm saying is, we like the Mavs this year, but
we do like the Mavs this year. They are being very promising. Joel Embiid getting suspended.
Yeah,
I wrote malice at the palace because this man shoved a reporter. Getting suspended for a couple games and fined by the league. It makes sense to me. I mean, you can't do that.
I'm about to give a hot take on Joel Embiid.
Okay.
So, as you know, I've been following the NBA for years.
Yeah.
I feel like Joel Embiid, I think overall is just slightly overrated. And so here's why I say this, right? Here's what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of his career, because everyone kind of wonders about legacy with players like Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
If he can't win a ring, which I'm thinking him as the number one scorer just can't get it done. He is too injury prone. But I think if his career, say it stays on the same trajectory, like I'm thinking he's 31 years old?
Somewhere in the early 30s.
Yeah, no, he's somewhere in the early 30s. So he maybe has, and given he's a big man, maybe another 3 years of where he could be the number one guy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this. I think he's overrated just because he's always had good regular season stats, but they've never translated to the playoffs. I think at the end of his career, he'll be one of those, like, you know how there's like a Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
He gives me vibes of like a hall of like really good players.
Yeah.
Like he is, I'm trying to think of players I could compare him to. I had to think about like all-time comparisons.
I was gonna say
the first one that kind of came to mind was like a Tracy McGrady.
I was gonna say a T-Mac.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was like a T-Mac, but the thing is, T-Mac is a Hall of Famer.
Maybe like
what am I thinking? He'd be like fucking he's like a better Antoine Walker, essentially.
A little bit worse Marc Gasol.
Yeah, no, actually that's fair. I would say, yeah, like also though, you put Joel Embiid in a Marc Gasol role, like that would go crazy. I feel like he would shine. Absolutely. Like I think Joel Embiid has just kind of been miscast as number one option.
Yeah.
When realistically, he could be the best number two option in the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But the question is, who the fuck would you pair him with?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Because I mean, I like his pairing with Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
But the problem with Tyrese Maxey is he doesn't give me the vibe of a number one guy either.
I think if you put Joel Embiid on the Pels would do something.
I would actually. It depends. It depends on how well.
Think about him and a healthy CJ.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you also got to remember Zion's there. And that spacing would be dog shit.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, Joel doesn't shoot threes all like that. Joel can shoot threes, but he's not like a major perimeter threat. Yeah. Like Zion just doesn't shoot threes.
Okay. Hear me out on this one, and this one might seem a little weird. Joel Embiid with Jimmy buckets.
No, I can see it. I think realistically, because they were on the 76ers together at one point.
Yeah.
I think they made the 76ers organization, I think, made the dumbest basketball decision when they chose to trade Jimmy Butler. Yeah. I think realistically, you trade Tobias Harris in that situation, because I think even if fucking Ben Simmons falls off the face of the earth like he did, you could have probably squeezed the ring out of that trio.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think it could have. I'm trying to think of like other players he would match well with. Because here's the thing is that if you put Joel Embiid on the Heat now, I feel like that is a deep playoff team.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, because essentially they've been a deep playoff team without a true superstar for years.
So, yeah.
But if you twisted my arm and maybe put him on a team, I'd honestly probably put him in Atlanta. I think Joel Embiid next to Trae Young, that's a crazy two-man punch.
I was going to say that. Ooh.
Because, I mean, Joel Embiid, elite defender, elite rebounder. And with Trae Young, I mean, Trae Young's going to take a lot of that offensive load off of him so he can be a better defender. But then also just imagine with Trae's high volume of threes, Joel Embiid's just going to fucking pick up rebounds effortlessly.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like everyone salivating, like, shit, this probably been like 6 years ago because there was that rumor that the Warriors might pick up Andre Drummond. kind of that same concept.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy ass like because everyone was salivating. Steph Curry and Andre Drummond would be crazy. Like that wasn't gonna happen, buddy. They got Katie instead.
Hear me out. A little like Cade Cunningham.
I could see it. Putting Joel in Detroit. I think you put Joel in Detroit. Detroit's like automatically a playoff contender.
Well, especially with Cade. I mean, he's been having a hell of a season.
I'm not gonna lie, it's still free Cade because Detroit not finna do shit for him.
Oh,
like I think after his rookie scale contract ends, he gets the fuck out of there, dude.
Oh, 100%. They
where
lost.
Where he goes, I don't fucking know. But
They
man, he can go
lost
fucking
today to
anywhere.
the Hornets. They lost today to the Hornets.
Hold up. I'm trying to see what Cade Cunningham's contract looks like.
He is I can't look up his contract, but right now the Pistons are 3-6, which kind of
Oh no. Cade's cooked.
What happened?
He signed an extension. Or they're trying to sign him to an extension.
Yeah.
That would lock him up to like 2029. Yeah, like they're offering him 5 years, $224 million.
I mean, fuck it, I would take it, but
I don't know if I'm taking that though. No, he already signed it, but still, like.
Well.
Let's see.
Here's a quick little question for you. So Jokic is getting up there.
Okay.
What do you think? 30 something? I could be smoking crack, but
he's 29.
Never mind.
So
I was just gonna say that
with his play style, I'd say he has like an effective prime of at least 6 more years.
I was gonna say I think his prime lasts another 4, and he plays basketball for another 7.
I could see that. Also, that's alternative.
Here's the question though: how many chips do you get out of that? Do you think he just has the one? Assuming he retires in, let's say, 8 years.
So assuming he retires in 8 years, see, it realistically depends because I feel like even if you can get Jokic on the back end of his prime,
yeah,
like when he starts going down his value in a player, I'm trying to think how old. Hold on 1 second. I need to check something.
So what'd you find?
So this might be crazy long-term planning, right?
Okay.
So I legitimately think without radical changes to the roster, I do not foresee Jokic winning another title with the Nuggets.
No.
I think they let a lot of the role player, they traded them, they let them age out, what have you. Essentially, they kind of dismantled that championship roster.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, if that championship roster is still together today, do I think they necessarily win more titles? Possibly. But I mean, the rest of the West has been getting consistently better, and the Nuggets haven't. They've kind of just remained the same. Now, mind you, that's still good, in my opinion, for the 4th best team in the West. But when there's 3 like teams that I'm like are head and shoulders better than you, you're not my championship favorite anymore.
Yeah.
Like at this point, the Nuggets are a dark horse. So here's what I'm saying. I think at the end of Jokic's prime, right? Like say we cut to his age 33, 34 season. Not sure what his contract looks like with the Nuggets. A player or 2 players that I've always wanted to see paired up that I think would go absolutely crazy and run roughshod on the league. Luka and Luka and Jokic together.
Yeah.
That duo is absolutely fucking filthy.
I'm gonna say diabolical.
And that is like a Shaq and Kobe-esque kind of pairing. Like I would legitimately expect 3+ championships from that pairing. Will it ever happen? Probably not.
I just don't see a world where Jokic would go to another team in the West.
No, I can see a world where he does that. Because I don't think he truly has that loyalty with Denver.
I don't think he has the loyalty with Denver.
Or with the sport of basketball in general. But
oh yeah, this man more focused on his horses. But
let me see what his contract looks like.
while you look that up, I did just also want to mention Vince Carter had his jersey get retired in
But who
Toronto.
charged jersey?
Huh?
But I say because I could only think of three teams I think should actually like legitimately actually to be fair, more teams should legitimately retire his jersey. But I Toronto has to. I think
Toronto.
Atlanta should. I can see the argument for Dallas and Brooklyn as well.
Or that Toronto was the first one.
Okay, hold on.
So, just wanted to mention that Vince Carter having his jersey retired in Toronto in front of a sold-out stadium.
So listen, I'm not gonna hold you. Looking at Jokic's contract, right?
No.
So in 2027, so he'll be 32 at that point.
Okay.
I think he takes his, so he has a player option that year, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a player option worth $62 million.
Okay.
He's fucking stupid. He doesn't take that.
Yeah.
I could legitimately see him in the 2028 free agent market. High key go to Dallas. If Dallas can retain Luka, I could see it.
I mean, in Dallas retaining Luka honestly isn't that crazy of a take because
I mean Dallas has been doing everything and they finally put a true contender around Luka.
Exactly, and especially I think this coming year, I mean, KG kind of touched on it a minute ago. I really think that Dallas is going to make something happen this year.
Oh yeah.
Because now you have with Clay coming in, you have that position locked down.
Yeah.
To where
I mean that's something that Dallas has always kind of lacked is they've lacked a wing who can self-initiate.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, like Klay Thompson's one of those players that like he doesn't need somebody to create a play for himself. Like he can create. He's better at creating for himself than he is at others, which plays well with Luka because all Luka got to do is just wait for Klay to get open, and he could pop a three. Like he's still, even if you just look at him as a 3-and-D wing, he can still net you damn near like 5 or 6 threes a game. He could be good for 15 to 18 points any given night.
Yeah.
You know, he could pop off for 20 plus at any given moment.
Yeah.
Which I think that gives, it kind of makes that Dallas offense a lot less centralized. It makes the ball move a little bit more. It's not as heliocentric because I think that was the Mavs issue for the longest is they basically just played Luka ball. Like the offense was just heliocentric around Luka.
Oh, 100%. It was get the ball to Luka.
And then let Luka cook.
Yeah, Luka's going to do Luka shit.
And that's never worked in the NBA. The NBA has always been a very team-focused league.
Any sport.
Basically, I mean, there were a couple years where I was like, yeah, Tom Brady's kind of doing this shit by himself. But I digress.
Okay, fair. Gretzky.
No, it's
and I mean LeBron.
I forgot what.
And Braun.
And Jordan, kind of. But we're not going to get into that LeBron Jordan debate, at least until KG gets back.
I'm going to say it is what it is.
That motherfucker was like, Kobe's the GOAT.
I do also want to say the Timberwolves and the Minnesota Lynx are currently in a billion dollar battle. So essentially, you had these two people.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to buy their way into the team. And their pillars were, it was like 4 years ago they had to pay $200 million. 2 years ago they had to pay $200 million, and this year they were supposed to pay $200 million. Well, they didn't pay this year. And so the guy who owns the Lynx and the T-Wolves was like, all right, bet. I'll still own the team.
Yeah.
And so now they're trying to come back and say, we can make our payment within the year. Otherwise, we want our money back.
Ooh.
And homie is saying, no, I'm not giving you your money back.
I'm going to keep it a bean. Obviously, we're not like multi-billionaires.
No.
Just take the fucking money, dog.
No.
Like, it's not going to be worth the litigation.
Yeah, so with the T-Wolves having obviously this upper, whatchamacallit, upper management issues. I really don't think that it's going to affect their play at all.
It shouldn't. I mean, even despite the ownership battle, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
the
still think
Lynx made
that.
it to the fucking WNBA finals. They're still arguably the best team in the WNBA. I
Yeah,
mean, it's legitimately between them and Las Vegas. I'm not gonna say New York was kind of a fluke this year in the finals, but
it
they're
was a
still
little
a top
bit.
five team. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was a there were some bullshit calls in that game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
oh, 100%.
Because listen,
Um,
I'm still pressed at Sabrina Ionescu, but that's gonna be for the rest of my fucking career. She did me foul.
um, with that, I did also want to mention, did you see Milwaukee's record?
Oh, let let us speak on Milwaukee.
Two
It
and
is
two and
fucking
six.
free Giannis, big dog.
Dude, I do you know what's going on with the Bucks? Because I don't know what the issue is.
Okay, so let me pull up their roster and just give me 1 second because
Is it
there's a lot to talk about the Bucks, dude.
because here's my theory is that it's going to be what we were just talking about, right? Of where it's like give the ball to Luca, let Luca cook. I feel like they're trying to do the same thing with Giannis, but Giannis isn't a cooker
So
to an
no, so
extent.
here's what it is, right? I don't think it's
Hmm.
on Giannis. I don't even think it's necessarily on the roster, right?
Yeah,
For me, the problems in Milwaukee, they genuinely stem from coaching.
yeah,
It's because so their previous coach, whose name I cannot remember to save my fucking life, right?
yeah.
Legitimately was a good coach. Like, did they
Okay,
have the best record in the world? Absolutely not.
wasn't
But like,
71-9.
well, no, it definitely was not 71-9, but I think he won. I think his record at the end of his tenure was like 38-13. So like a solid coach. Like that's solid for second best in the East.
Yeah,
But the reason they fired him is because fucking Giannis didn't like him or whatever the fuck, right?
okay,
Which, fair enough. Shit like that happens. You want to kind of keep your superstar happy.
yeah,
It's who they replaced him with. And out of every coach in the NBA, he is the coach I hate the absolute fucking most.
yeah,
That is Doc fucking Rivers.
yeah,
So as you know, you generally would call any coach that can win a championship fucking elite, right?
yeah,
Doc Rivers is the only exception to that rule.
yeah.
He is the worst coach to win a fucking chip since fucking Paul Westhead and the fucking Showtime Lakers.
It's a
Like
crazy pull, but yeah.
this man. So he won his only chip in 2009 with the Big Three Celtics.
Okay.
So essentially, he rode Rajon Rondo, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett to a championship.
Yeah.
That team was going to win the championship no matter fucking what.
Okay, that's not even
Like,
that's not a management team. That is a or a
no,
coaching
like
team.
that
That's
that that
just
is a team with mind you, three aging stars who were all still on the back half of their prime,
yeah.
plus a top probably like 7 to 8 point guard at that moment and a rookie Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
He ain't do shit but just stand there and hold the fucking bag, brother. And every single team he has been on since, he has been a fucking detriment.
Yeah.
And he has had a losing record since getting to Milwaukee. Because I'm looking at this roster.
Yeah.
There is no fucking reason this roster should be top, like number 15.
Yeah.
Like, and I get it. Dame kind of fucking cooked, right?
Mm-hmm. He's getting
That's
up there.
still, he's no, like it's beyond like Dame is he's still a top 10 point guard, but he's still fucking cooked.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like with this roster, no matter how old they are,
Yeah.
this should not be this is not the fucking 30th team in the fucking NBA.
Yeah.
Like this should be a playing team at minimum. But fucking Doc goddamn Rivers I'm gonna be real with you. If they could get rid of Doc Rivers, I think the team recovers and recovers quickly.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't know what the fuck they're doing out there. He doesn't understand how to coach Giannis.
Yeah.
And given he was the anchor of the defense, they've lost all identity on that end of the ball.
Yeah.
And given that he predicates his offense on Dame Lillard, being the initiator,
Yeah.
he's still good, semi-decent at that. But the problem with Dame is the ball stops when it gets to his hands. He's never been the greatest playmaker.
I mean, yeah.
At this point, if Milwaukee was smart, they'd do me and the rest of the NBA a favor. Fire Doc Rivers, blow up the team, trade Giannis. Because I think if they don't trade Giannis by trade deadline, he's fucking walking in the offseason. And I would rather trade him to a piss poor team. I can get a lot of assets back, and they can figure out how to re-sign him.
All right, that's where you do it, right? You do Giannis, Cade Cunningham, and Joel Embiid.
There's no way that's fuck. No team has the bag for that. It would be those three on the court by themselves. all fucking basketball games, the Detroit Pistons a 5-on-3.
With no depth.
Exactly, with no depth.
60 minutes.
With an injury-prone fucking Joel Embiid. Come on now.
Injury-prone Joel Embiid and an aging Giannis. With Cade.
I'm about to look through fucking Doc Rivers' career because this motherfucker will piss me the fuck off.
Of course. All
I
right, we're gonna do another quick drill. All
right, go ahead.
We're gonna do another quick drill.
Okay. 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill. Let's do it.
2-minute drill. 2-minute drill. I did not pick enough games for this, but I will just walk it through because I will come back with the results next week. First off, speaking of the Bucks, Bucks.
Grizzlies,
100%. Even if Ja is injured, I still think we take that.
Ja could be shot in the middle of the court, and the Grizzlies still win that game by 15.
Fucking crazy. Lakers Pistons. Give me Lakers.
Yeah, give me Lakers. Come on.
I think you could honestly put Bronny in this game and they would still win.
Bronny could play 38 minutes or 48 minutes and still probably he's dropping 30 on them. I'm not gonna hold you.
Exactly. And then you have Tyrese Halliburton against Luka and the Mavericks. Pacers, Mavs, give me Mavs.
I'm not gonna lie. Pacers did just kind of fuck up the Mavs recently. Yeah. I'm still gonna take the Mavs.
Yeah, I think the Mavs would honestly take that. Just there's something about the Mavs lineup now, especially.
I like the Mavs. They're a better team than their start would lead you to believe.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those, right, where the team is just trying to warm up into themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Which, could be better, could be worse, but I mean that's just really what it is. But that's where that drill is going to lay. Let me get your opinion on this.
Okay.
The Cup.
Okay.
It's coming up in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What are your predictions? I have mine.
So here's the thing about the NBA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean shit. Like the only thing. So here's the thing with the NBA Cup, right?
Yeah.
It's bragging rights and a payday for your two-way players.
100%.
Like, because every player on the team gets like $750,000 for winning.
Yeah.
So realistically, like to a fucking LeBron James who's making $50 million a year, that shit don't fucking matter, dog.
You get a bonus.
Exactly, you get a bonus. But for them two-way players, it's a lifeline.
Yeah.
Especially in fucking LA. Yeah, no, because in LA at fucking $260,000 a year, you're still sharing a 3-bed apartment. That's all the fuck I'm saying.
100%. So who do you think still makes it though? All the way.
Because here's the thing, I think this is really gonna be, I guess, a place where like I think the dark horse candidates and the play-in teams really try to make a statement.
Yeah.
And try to kind of swing momentum in their way.
Yeah.
That being said, I like Miami for the Cup.
Okay.
I like Indiana for the cup.
Okay.
On the other end, I think the Lakers are going to try to make another run for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, you're just sorry. At this point, you're basically just padding out LeBron's fucking trophy case with a second in-season cup championship and one with his kids. So, you know, if they don't make it to the NBA finals, he can still say, I won a championship with my boy or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Then I think the Kings could make a run at the cup.
I'm going Knicks. I think the Knicks could definitely do a solid run.
I mean, I think the Knicks will use the time because that's kind of what they've been doing. Is they've been kind of trying to figure out. As much as I like Tibbs, I feel like they might have put the cart before the horse, getting Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, Tom Thibodeau and the New York style of basketball has always been ultra defensive.
Yeah.
And I mean, on defense, Karl Anthony Towns is a little bit of a traffic cone. I'm not going to hold you. He is not a good defensive big, and he is getting absolutely fucked on that end.
Yeah.
But I mean, he also did just drop like I think 4 points today. So I mean,
yeah,
I could just be fucking wrong on that. But no, I could definitely see the Knicks making a run. I don't think they go all the way, but I think they could definitely make a run.
Yeah, I think they could make a run. Pacers, I'm also kind of seeing in my head with it.
Hey, they got Pascal. That's all I'm saying.
On the other side, Lakers for sure.
Hey, don't sleep on them boys in Sac. They got DeMar DeRozan now.
Sacramento will be kind of a crazy Chicago. No, Sacramento. Speaking of which,
still the funniest big three I've ever seen on an NBA roster. Fucking De'Aaron Fox, DeMar DeRozan, and Domantas Sabonis.
That is a crazy.
And that is the big three in fucking Sacramento right now.
That is fucking insane. What the fuck?
And you know what's crazy? Like, as much as I watch the NBA, I completely fucking missed DeMar DeRozan going to fucking Sacramento.
No, when did he go there?
That's what the fuck I'm saying. Like,
that doesn't make any sense.
Like, I was legit like, I haven't watched the Sacramento game all year because it's fucking Sacramento. I don't fucking care. No. I just saw a random press conference with him in a Sacramento jersey. I was like, wait, what the fuck? When did he leave Chicago?
Oh man, that is comical.
Hey, and I'm saying shout out to Chicago, man. I hope Chicago finally blows it up this year.
Yeah.
They don't got the assets to do it, but I fucking hope.
I think that would be the smartest way.
Yeah, like trade Zach LaVine. Like he's one of the two players that I want to see traded the absolute most in the league. It's him and Brandon Ingram.
Where do you send them?
Fuck it. On some wild shit. That's the problem with Zach LaVine. I don't know where the fuck you'd put him in the league.
I feel like him and Trae Young might have a.
That's the thing. I don't know if I'd put him in it. Like, because I know, like, for BI, I'd put Brandon Ingram in fucking Golden State.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like that fit for him.
Oh, damn, yeah.
But for Zach LaVine, I feel like he would go crazy in Charlotte. I think him and LaMelo Ball.
I think him and LaMelo.
I think their play styles really would mesh well. Because I mean, essentially, all Zach LaVine is at this point, I wouldn't even say he's a 3-and-D wing. He's just a fucking slasher that can fucking shoot the fuck out the ball.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he can create his own shot and would be a good target for LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
So I can, but at the same time, though, there's a bit of a weird fit because you still have Brandon Miller there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, there's really not a good place for Zach LaVine at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where the fuck because you can't, like, if you look at other teams, like, you can't put him with the T-Wolves because him and Anthony Edwards are the same shit.
Yeah.
There's no room for him in LA. You could theoretically throw him on the Clips.
Maybe Denver.
Like, that's still a big maybe. Fuck it. Just throw that nigga in Utah.
Oh, dude, he's gonna be killer when he's a Houston Rocket.
I don't even think he fits on the Rockets.
Put
him on the Spurs.
No, maybe
put him on the Spurs.
Fuck it, why not?
I mean, shit. Who are you gonna start? Fucking Devin Vassell or fucking Zach LaVine?
Give me Zach LaVine.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. I'm like, just fucking throw him in Sacktown with Chris Paul and Wemby. Honestly, though, Zach LaVine. Actually, I'm thinking about it. Zach LaVine in fucking San Antonio would be killer.
Yeah. I didn't see too much in the WNBA this week.
Yeah, that's not much. We're in the off season. We're really just, we're gearing up for the draft coming up soon.
Yeah, which catch us live.
Oh wait, we're doing a live stream on the WNBA draft.
Could you imagine, bro?
Bro, I'm here for it. I'll do it. Like that.
Of course, you're fucking here for it.
Hey, that does not sound like a bad time. I want to see where Paige Buckner goes. She's probably going to the Sparks.
And all 4 people.
Hey, listen, if she goes to the Sparks, I think if they play their cards right, we could see the Splash Sisters. That's all I'm saying. Because that backcourt will look nuts. Speaking of backcourt, that is going to be the back half of this episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one. Absolutely. Shout out to WNBA. Fuck Taylor.